Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where it would help if I switched to the right scene, wouldn't it? There we go. Generally speaking, that does help. We are currently a bit negative in our consumer goods, there's no doubt about that, and we have been for quite a long time. If we get that solved though, the consumer goods alone will be in a really good position economically for the next war. Now, we need to keep in mind it's not that long till the next war. We do need a new engineering research, and given these options, explosive weapon attack speed is what we'll go for. It's not perfect, and we just immediately hop into a lag tick here. I like it. What else do we have potentially for jobs? I mean, we're working on Mosslands right now. That's fine. All of this looks okay, actually. No real problem there, except we need to upgrade the Detonol station, right? Yeah, Star Fortress. Yes, we upgrade Detonol, we upgrade Bernie. Great Wound and Temporal Decay will upgrade soon enough. Okay, so from here we need to go through Bastions. And, I mean, a lot of these are already fully queued up. That's completely and totally expected. And I just want to find out where the actual breakpoint was. We're still in that lag tick, so I'm not in any rush right now, because eventually we will need to have that tick on forward before we can really proceed too much further. So the Anahita station is actually where we need to be right now. We need to queue up a bunch of defense platforms. Oh, we are through the lag tick. Fantastic. I didn't even notice when that happened, but that is fine. The Sheet station gets a few defense platforms there. Then Uchbia. There we go. We're going to need some 50 here. Over 50. Like 60 almost? Something like that. It's a lot of defense platforms, that's for sure. But we did manage to cap that out. Fantastic. Yelba Rasta will, of course, be next, and we'll just get those queued up as well. There we go. And we are lacking in alloys. That is perfect. So we now know that we're on Yelba Rasta, and we've got a little ways to go here. Zandaban is being upgraded right now. That'll need work. Cam is being upgraded right now as well. That will also need work. Hala Orlin in the same category there. So as those finish up, they're going to get sorted into our bastions, and that'll take a little bit of time for sure. So, I mean, a lot of these over here, they need a lot of work. There's no doubt about it. Hasela is not connected to anything, and that's because it can't be. So that's fine. No problem whatsoever there. Ooh, well, yes, we want to extend our deal. But what I was saying ooh about was this Forge World here that needs jobs. And what are we going to put in? Obviously, a civilian industry. I would love to put in a Ministry of Production here. That is not something that we can do right now because we require a planetary administration for that. That said, we are still very negative on our consumer goods, and there's a lot of room for growth there, and that's very, very good. So this agro world here requires a job. That's a ruler job of all things. Okay, I mean, for the time being, I'm just going to put in a civilian fabricator. That's not going to solve that until he gets demoted. So there's not a lot that we can actually do there. How long until he gets demoted? 16-20 days. Okay. This is another one of those examples where I really wish you could spend influence to demote a pop early. Sadly, you can't. And that's just the way it is. Looks like we are going to need a system capital complex here soon enough, so we'll go ahead and do that. There are a couple of ruler unemployments here too, which are going to be interesting to get filled. This unification center. There's really not a lot going on here, is there? I think all we do is put in an agriculture district, although it's not going to be perfect. We'll call it good for now. Okay. So we've got a bunch of work to do down here. This factory station, we need to resettle a lot. We're capped out on our number of jobs here, and we've got 36 people here that need jobs. We're going to need to move them to an agro world that is fairly unpopulated, like this one. Zedva Viba Thilov would actually be a fantastic target for that. So we're going to resettle these to that location, if we can find it in the list, which would be interesting. Let's see what we've got here. Zedva Viba Philov, right here. Beautiful. So we're going to move all of these unemployed pops here. And there's a lot of them. And some of them are laggier than others to move, it would seem. Okay. Well, we're just going to move all of these pops. Like I said, they are all going to be unemployed on this location as well. But we can do something about them here. Okay, excellent. So, we're going to head up to Zedva Viba Filov. And we're going to need to work through a bunch of housing here. And we're going to need a bunch of jobs. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade the planetary capital. And we're going to put in, let's see, the planetary capital gets us how much? 9 housing and then 8 here. So this would almost get our housing where it needed to be. We're going to build one more city district. And then we're going to replace this generator district. Well, we'll come back to that, actually. This is not going to solve all of that unemployment. But we'll come back to that one. Okay, so this factory world here. There are still jobs we can put in here. So we're going to upgrade our civilian replicomplexes and our alloy nanoplants. That should actually solve that problem. Perfect. And I think that that's it. Right? Well, we definitely need more here. I mean, we could put a factory arcology in. We are currently lacking in an alloy foundry and a civilian industry here. So that would definitely be something that would be useful. We would want the civilian industry first. We'll do that for now. This generator world here is not much of a generator world, in all honesty. And I would like to swap out the Hall of Judgment for a food processing facility, I think. Well, actually, would I? I'm thinking about instead putting in just a civilian industry there. We can upgrade this heritage site, absolutely. We can drop the energy nexus and put in an alloy foundry. We can drop even the moat harvesting trap, although that is a good structure to have. Maybe even the Cyto Revitalization Center gets dropped here. And that would then be a Ministry of Production. Like that. Okay, we'll call that good for the moment. What else do we need? This Agra world has a job that it needs, and for now we're just going to put in a civilian fabricator. I am noticing a lack of a Ministry of Production here. We are going to need to upgrade our planetary capital. That should get us a building slot in which we can build a Ministry of Production. So that'll be okay. Anything else economically? Yes, actually. That was very laggy. Let's get back up here. There were things that needed to happen. So on this generator world, we should definitely put in a food processing center and build a agriculture district. There's not a lot of districting that can be done there, in all honesty, but that'll be fine. We can go to a habitat central control here, and eventually that will allow us to put in a Ministry of Production. So that'll be fine on this habitat. On Vermopt, that will be solved eventually, but not just yet. Okay, what else? Troydom. Okay, we've already got a civilian replicomplex on here, so I guess we'll just put in an advanced research complex. That'll be fine. Okay, we are at only 108,000 Unity. Our Unity has definitely not been great. We need to sell off our minerals, and that's fine. Cool. So we'll hop down into our bastions for now. We've got the Zandaban station that definitely needs some work. So we're going to put in a defense grid supercomputer as top priority, followed by a communications jammer and a disruption field generator. There we go. There should be a couple more that have been sorted in up here. The cam station. This one's going to be good. No problem there. And Ahita, this one's fine. Okay. So the Dargan station then. And we're getting a hangar bay upgrading to Citadel. So that's going to be a ways away yet. That's fine. As far as all this over here goes, that's all constructing. Nothing really to be done there. So instead, we're going to come into the Zandaban station and queue up a pair of ion cannons, as well as roughly 1 million defense platforms. We're not going to be able to get it maxed out right now, but that's okay. We are quite positive in our consumer goods at this moment, so we do need to drop off our buy order there. and we will go ahead and do so. We're currently maxed here, but once this defense grid supercomputer finishes up, we no longer will be. Terraforming is starting to finish, which is good, but we're going to drop off our buy order by 200. Excellent. So that drops down to 800 now. And that'll put us back to negative in consumer goods, which is where we want to be. Just not very negative in consumer goods. We want to be almost neutral. We can definitely put in advanced research complexes here. A lot of potential districting here. So this planet actually has a lot of growth potential. That said, housing will become an issue for it. Okay, I think I saw one up here. No, I did not, apparently. Okay, sounds good. Viral Gats is already under control. Zabine 2. This is claiming to be a unification center. It's not exactly a great one. We are going to put in a food processing facility here and switch that over to an agri world, although it's kind of hybrid right now. We'll work on specializing it more a little bit later on, I think. Yeah, this one we can put in an agriculture district. But these ruler jobs, they're a little bit tough to fill. So the generator world here, honestly, we put in a civilian industry. That'll be fine. This is a generator world, allegedly. Once again, I'm going to put in a civilian industry here. Cool. So our economics are definitely improving dramatically. We do need a planetary administration here. On this agri world, a rising unemployment, sure. Institute the increased benefits. That's okay. It will increase our costs in consumer goods, but that's fine. We have so many consumer goods starting to come in here. We're just going to go to civilian fabricators here, I think. That'll be fine. And Snaraboo here. We have luxury residences that could be upgraded. Wait, we can build paradise domes now? I didn't actually realize that. Neat. But there's no more jobs that we can do here. So this should actually be resettled, and we're going to resettle them to the same location. Cool. Okay, this generator world here, there is plenty more here we can do. We have a Ministry of Production. I think for now, all we're going to do is upgrade civilian repli complexes. That'll be fine. And how are things going on that agri world that we have heavily populated, shall we say? We're putting in city districts. We're going to upgrade our system capital complex here as well. We're going to have some work to do here. There's no doubt about that. That's okay. This forge world requires nothing. We're going to resettle them to... Is this a different Zedva Viba Filav? That's also an agri world? It is. Okay, that's awkward. We're going to go ahead and resettle this, though, and it's going to be not this same one, but this one. Okay, there we go. That allows us to put in a planetary capital, which would allow us to repair some of this. Well, we can actually repair it right now. I'm going to demolish the Research Institute. That's not necessary. We have a nourishment, or no, that's not a nourishment center. That's a food processing facility. We have that there already. Okay. We could simply put in another ag district. That'll be fine for now. Okay, that sounds good. What else do we have going on up here? This agri world requires a job. That's fantastic. We're just going to put in a civilian fabricator, or upgrade the Fazilian fabricator. I don't know what a Fazilian fabricator is, but apparently that's what we're upgrading. I like it. So we're going to continue to get some advanced research complexes over here, and we're going to need to sell off some minerals here. Of course, we are now maxed on energy credits, so I'm going to actually buy in alloys and then sell the rest of these off. And then I'm going to buy in a couple extra consumer goods here. There we go. That'll keep us afloat a little longer on that front. That'll be great. And keep in mind, we still have like 5 years left in this truce. So we've still got time here. Yeah, 2262. So that's great. Actually, more like 4 years. It's December. That'll definitely have an effect on things. Okay. That all looks great, actually. I'm super happy with how this is going. The Zandabon station is maxed out, but we need that defense grid supercomputer to finish up. Let's see. What else do we have here now that we've sorted more bastions in? Honestly, I feel like these guys down here, yeah, I thought that they might need work. So this is, of course, an anchorage intended to be. So we'll put in anchorages in each of these locations. Have to go a little slowly, but that's fine. There we go. And then a naval logistics office, a hydroponics bay, and a resource silo. That'll do for now. And then over here, we're going to do, of course, the same exact thing. Anchorages in all of the modules. There we go. And then a naval logistics office, hydroponics bay, resource silo. Cool. Now, a number of these are going to be finishing up soon, but we do need to spend down our alloys. So let's just try to find a random station right now that we can spend them on. There we go. Let's get these spent down a bit. Get Yelbarasta maxed out here. Perfect. That didn't really get all the way down, but I suppose we could start at like the bottom and start working our way up. I mean, Dargan Station is upgrading to a Citadel right now. That's going to need a little bit more work, for sure. But we can get the Ural Station building. This is probably going to be able to be maxed. Correct? Very close. Not quite maxed, but very close. Okay. So these are going to be sorted into anchorages very soon and will no longer be in this list here. These citadels are going to be done in just about 50 days, and this one here we have already queued up all of this stuff for, except we're going to be missing a single location here. So we'll just wait until the citadel upgrades are done, and then we'll get those finished up. That'll be fine. We are improving our consumer goods dramatically. That's excellent. Just 20 days here until these start to finish up.
We grow ever stronger.
This is true, we do. That was the cam station, and that needs a disruption field generator. Go ahead and get started on that. We're also going to queue up a pair of ion cannons here, just to get those underway. Cool. So for all of these, we're going to need to queue up quite a bit. So 3 more days, and there we go. These citadels are now done. So the Bernie over here, we're not going to get those up to citadels. We're going to take those to anchorages. So fill all of these on out. This one as well. There we go. And Naval Logistics Office, we're not in a nebula, so we'll do resource silos and hydroponics bays. Same thing for temporal decay, although it was actually detonal that we need. So we will put in 6 anchorages. There we go. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Definitely a little laggy, but that's late game Stellaris for you. Naval Logistics Office, hydroponics bay, and resource silo. Cool. We're maxed out on minerals. We'll sell those off. There we go. And we'll need to start working on these star bases over here. So gun, missile, hangar, and gun, missile, hangar. These are, of course, defensive platforms. That last hangar I went a little too quickly on. We're going to need a target uplink computer, defense grid, supercomputer, communications jammer, and disruption field generator. There we go. This starbase over here, same thing. Gun, missile, hangar. Gun, missile, hangar. And listening post, resource silos, and hydroponics bays. What am I doing? No, seriously, what am I doing with these buildings? I have no idea where my brain went just then. We need a target uplink computer. We need a defense grid supercomputer. We need a disruption field generator and a communications jammer. There we go. That's much better. The short station over here, same sort of thing. Gun, missile, hangar. And gun, missile, hangar. There we go. And we're going to need a target uplink computer, defense grid, supercomputer, communications jammer, and finally a disruption field generator. Okay, the Ajagan station should be the last one here, although that's already queued up for Ajagan. So that's great. I'm actually a little surprised it's already queued up, but sure. Now we'll put in a couple of Monarch of Fire class ion cannons for each of these, just to make sure that those are all done. The short station will get it as well as Jagin, and then Detonol and Bernie are anchorages, so they don't need it. But yes, the rest of these absolutely do. Cool. Okay, so I mean, we should be expecting the war to break out again fairly soon. We definitely want to reinforce our fleets here. We'll just go ahead and get that underway. We have enough now to fill out that fleet there, but we do have another fleet here, of course, and that is going to be currently the Pearl, and the Pearl is going to be exactly the same as our others. We're going to need to add in our ship types, and this is what? 9, 12, 27, 60. Okay, so 9, 12, 27, and 60. There we go. Fantastic. So we need 67,000 alloys, and that's going to be our alloy focus for the next little bit here. I mean, that's only like 10 months. That's really not that long. So while we're waiting on some of our starbase constructions and getting those alloys, let's check through for some jobs here. Joinum Prime, we definitely want to put in an industrial district. That'll be fine. We're doing just fine on food. We want to back off on our consumer goods buy order now. Wonderful. We're in a lag tick, so that's apparently a thing. Lyceria Prime here, we will go ahead and get a research complex going. What else do we have here? We're working here, that's fine. And on this agri world, we'll just put in an agriculture district. That'll do. Of course, we are lagging right now, so it'll take... Actually, it should be popping in now. We're no longer lagging. We're going to get a civilian repli complex, and we are going to put in a habitat central control here. On this agri world, we are certainly going to put in a civilian repli complex, although... Is it just me, or is this number of available jobs not actually changing as we add more things in here? I don't know, that's strange. But sure, I guess that's fine. We're full on minerals, we'll sell those off, and we will need to buy in alloys, which we will happily do. There we go. That'll do. Excellent. And this forge world here requires some upgrading, and we'll get this civilian fabricator going. This generator world isn't much of a generator world, in all honesty. It's almost more of a science world, and we've kind of neglected our science worlds a little bit. I think we'll go ahead and make this be a research lab here. This foundry, we're definitely going to upgrade to a system capital complex. There we go. And this generator world here. At this point, this needs to transition into perhaps even a forge world. Honestly, we're doing well on food, so I think we'll put in an alloy foundry and a civilian industry here, as well as a ministry of production. And then we'll make this into a forge world. That will be the goal here. This is an agri world, and that's fine. We will certainly put in a food processing facility. There we go. This is a generator world here, but it's really more of an agri world. We're going to upgrade our food processing facility there. It will transition into an agri world later, I should say. This factory world here is okay, I guess. 6 jobs we need. Okay. We can upgrade to an energy nexus and build in a couple of industrial districts. I'm not sure that that's going to entirely satisfy that job's need. We are full on food right now, and we're actually going to sell it off. I did not expect to be full on food, but that's fine. We are, of course, lagging again, but I want to check in on the status of Zedva Viba Filav here. We're good on housing. Okay, that's fantastic. So we're going to need food. And we're also going to need jobs here. So we're going to put in an alloy foundry and a civilian industry, as well as a ministry of production here. And we're going to put in an agriculture district as well. I don't think that's going to entirely satisfy those jobs right away, but it will get there pretty quickly. Excellent. This forge world here, we don't have a lot that we could do here other than civilian industries, which we'll happily do. This is a generator world here, and we'll upgrade our civilian industries.
We grow ever stronger.
Yes, we do. This tech world. Honestly, I think putting in another research facility here is absolutely fine. We'll do it. If I'm not blind. There we go. Research labs. So we're definitely outpacing the League of Non-Aligned Powers. I think that's very clear at this point. All of those various locations were sorted into our bastions, so we really do need to start over our bastions from the beginning. We also need to put in a disruption field generator in the Pala-Orlin station. There we go. The Dargan station is upgrading to a citadel. That won't be done for a little while yet. We're capped on alloys, though, and we're out of consumer goods. So we definitely need to buy in some consumer goods. We'll do that. And we're going to spend some alloys here. We'll get the Earl station maxed out. That only required 2. And then we'll get the Emaneia station going. We'll see if we can get that one maxed out. I suspect that we can. And then the Ajagan station looks like it needs something as well. Maybe we don't quite get this maxed? We did. We did get it maxed there. Okay, so what do we need here? Just something in this last building slot? A disruption field generator? Yeah, do it. Cool. Okay, so that'll be fine. The Chort station is, of course, needing a lot of work. In fact, a lot of these are super solid. Like Grummium here, we don't even have all of our defense platforms built, and our strength is 328k. That is nigh on unassailable. Very, very powerful. That said, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to see about finishing balancing our economy. I think that's going to be achievable, or very close to it next episode. I mean, we're still buying in 700 per month. That's kind of a lot, that's for sure. But I think that's semi-achievable. We should also expect that the truce is going to wear out and that they may declare war on us yet again. We'll see if they do that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.